Jerk review part 5. All right. In the last review, I asked a question, and if you didn't watch it, it goes like this. You have some friends coming over. You really want to impress them with some delicious jerk. You go to the supermarket. You see your favorite jerk product. One says dry jerk seasoning. The other says jerk seasoning. The other says jerk marinade. And the other says jerk sauce. Which is the right one to use? Okay, well, some person believe that they're all the same. But I'm not going to go into the debate on what a marinade is. There are lots of videos on marinades on YouTube, and you can Google it. But what you're not going to find is the difference between jerk seasoning and jerk marinades. In the jerk world, it's a little bit different. So I'm going to explain how best to use each one of them. Say your friends are coming over. You really want to impress them with some really delicious jerk. And you're going to be seasoning some like a leg quarter, a pork leg quarter, a pork shoulder, or a whole pig, or a thick piece of steak, or a thick piece of lamb. Which one of the seasoning is the best one to use? The best one to use is the dry jerk rub, or the dry jerk season. Why? I don't know why, but I know it works the best. Matter of fact, my father, what he does, he blends up the dry jerk the seasoning, then he puts it out in the sun and let it dry, then he blends it up. And then the best way to rub it inside the meat. I'm going to show you later on in videos coming up how to really season a jerk meat. But right now, I'm just on a review. And right now, we're in a class. I'll soon take you out into the field. But yes, the dry jerk rub is the best thing to use for your thick meats. And let it stay for at least 3 or 4 days so that it can do its work. It start to marinate inside. The seasoning start to burst. And oh my God, it's going to be really delicious. And even like 20 minutes or the day before you jerk, then you can put the wet jerk seasoning on there. And believe me, it's going to make a difference. Your friends are coming over. You really want to impress them. But guess what? You only have 24 hours to season your meat. I would advise you to use chicken. And the best seasoning to use is the wet jerk seasoning, or the one that says jerk seasoning. It's thicker, it's kind of pasty looking, and believe me, that is the best one to use. Why? Because it has even faster tenderizing ingredients than the dry jerk seasoning. It has citric acid. Some people orange juice and lemon, and vinegar, and it allows your meat to give it flavor and tenderize it much quicker than if you use the dry jerk rub. So if you're doing something overnight, that's why they advise you to do it overnight. And it's not good to season like your chicken like 4 days in the wet jerk season. Why? Because it tenderizes it very fast, and it will make it very mushy. Unless you are really skilled, then you can really pull it off. But I advise you to use the wet jerk season, and the best way to do it overnight, because the ingredients in there are quicker tenderizers and gives it flavor. Your friends are coming over again. You don't have 3 days. You don't have 24 hours. You only have a couple hours to season your meat and to really impress them. Which is the best one to use? The dry jerk seasoning, the wet jerk seasoning, jerk marinade, or the jerk sauce? The answer is jerk marinade. Why? Because the marinade has even faster tenderizing and flavorful ingredients in there. As a matter of fact, one of the characteristics of a jerk marinade is it's more liquidy. If you take up a bottle of jerk seasoning that says jerk marinade, and you shake it, it's going to be more liquidy. A great example is the Walker's Wood jerk marinade. I've not tried it yet, but it has more liquid and the grace. And the reason it has more, and these are the real marinade, not the seasoning that says some marinade. It's more liquidy. As a matter of fact, it has, some has alcohol in there, some has wine, in there, some have, some people even put pineapples in there. And more citric acid. It's more liquidy, and it's faster than the jerk seasoning. And it's more liquidy. So if you're preparing your jerk that day, the best one to use is the jerk marinade, even in combination with the jerk seasoning. Your friends are coming over again. You don't have 3 days. You don't have 24 hours. You don't have a couple of hours. You just have like 20 minutes or so to really impress them. Oh my God, what am I going to do? The best one to use is, again, the jerk seasoning or jerk marinade. But the one that's really going to drive it home is the jerk sauce. After you finish grilling it, just pour that jerk sauce in there. I'm telling you. Jerk sauce is like ketchup. It's ready to eat, right? They even have jerk ketchup. Now, I remember when I used to go to clubs and you come out and you're hungry, and sometimes the jerk chicken is not ready, and people pressure these jerk men they want their food now. So what the jerk men do? They catch a bottle with they mix it with ketchup and sugar and the jerk seasoning and vinegar, and just spray it on there, and you would not know. It tastes, wow, it tastes delicious. But the meat is not fully soaked, but you know, some people just need their meat right now to eat. They need a jerk now. I'm not saying all the jerk men do this. I'm just saying it's a hustle, and people pressure them. And I used to know. I used to jerk, and plus I used to buy from these guys, so I know. So the best one to use for really quick marinade is the jerk sauce. And I'm going to tell you a really, really good recipe now. You want to impress your friends. The first, with some nice thick pork or steaks, season for at least 4 days with the dry jerk rub. The day before now, you're rubbing that jerk seasoning, and then that day you put on the jerk marinade, and then when you're getting ready to serve it now, you pour on that jerk sauce. Oh my God. I'm going to say, where did this guy come from? And you smoke it over that pimento wood. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, before I go, I have a segment called Secret of Authentic Jerk. You think you know, but you don't. And it goes like this. Someone asks you to do some really delicious pork at an event coming up, because they know that you do that really authentic jerk. But guess what? You don't have any pimento wood. You're in America. There's no pimento wood. You can order it online, but it's going to be very expensive. Oh my God, what do? You go to the supermarket. You see hickory wood, pecan, all these different type of woods what they have over here. Which is the right one to use? Which one brings you close to the pimento wood flavor? I know which one it is. I've tried it. I know which one it is. So like and subscribe and follow my video. And in the next videos coming up, I'm going to explain to you which is the right wood to use that brings it close to the pimento wood. It might not be 100%, but it's up there. Which one of those woods is the right one to use? Is it hickory? Is it pecan? Is it mesquite? Is it... Like and subscribe. Keep following my video. Secret of Authentic Jerk. JERKMAN'S Grill Production. You think you know, but you don't.